I'm still I'm getting my food stuffs together. I'll turn this up a little bit so I can hear it. My dinner is a sandwich, so I just grabbed all of my little sandwich fixins, and they're here with me at my desk. Hello! Hello, yes. So I have sandwich, I have chips, and I have wine. Let's go. This is a very, very sophisticated meal that I am having. Oh god, can I open this? Oh no. Please let me open this. Please let me be able to open this. Yes, yes, come. Yeah, I kind of wanted this to be just kind of like a sit chat thing for an hour, just so I have some time to eat. Where did I put my cup? Eddie? Eddie? I know. No chicken nuggies? Not for me today. Not for me today. I ordered lunch earlier, so I didn't want to order out twice in one day. So this wine is really cold. Where did I put the lid? There it is. I need that. I miss wine. Gosh, yeah, I'm a little bit of like the wine mom of a lot of my friend circles. For some reason, a lot of my friends don't drink a whole lot of wine. Like I've had times. I had a time where a friend had her birthday. For her birthday, she did a like a sleepover thing at a hotel, and like got like a fancy hotel room, and we all just kind of like hung out and had a fun adult sleepover. And I just drank a lot of wine, and they were like, why do you just drink wine? I'm like, it's fine. Yes, it's literally dinner break. Everybody eat. I'm putting together a sandwich. Edison, no turkey for you, my love. Eddie baby, your dinner is in an hour and a half. Your dinner is in an hour and a half. We will get there. I promise you. Can you guys believe it's been 9 hours? It does not feel like it at all. I'm actually not feeling tired somehow. I'm not, and also stream hasn't broken. There was a little bit, hey, there was a little bit earlier. But if yes, turkey for baby. Well, this doesn't have like any like seasoning on it or anything, so I can give some turkey to baby. Hey, there you go, Mr. Man. Take. Don't just lick it. Take it from my hand. Take it. Look, take. You can just put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. There we go. You'll crash tomorrow? Yeah, probably. But I don't have anything to do tomorrow, really, or Saturday. So I'm just expecting that to be a big wind down time for me. Okay, 1 second. My body's gonna get possessed again, so I can go put this turkey back in the fridge, because if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget, and the rest of it is gonna go bad. So I'll be right back. Okay. Hello. 12-hour stream is pretty crazy. Yeah, honestly. Oh, 1 second. I need to go turn the light off. Yeah, it actually... Oh, where's my body? Come back. No, it actually hasn't been too bad. I think it also helps that like streaming is very energizing for me for some reason. I think it's because I like to talk. I really like talking, and I really like talking to people and getting to know people. Because also, like, what did you guys think of the little kind of talk show thing? Because I do want to do more of it. So if you guys have feedback, anything I can improve or anything, please let me know. Because I want to do it. I might do it like every other week. So much fun. Okay, good. I'm glad. And Maze was so sweet. It was so sweet of her to come on. We haven't really like talked a whole lot, because I think both of us are that person that like will follow somebody on Twitter and like all their stuff, and sometimes reply to their stuff on Twitter, but like are too scared to like actually talk to people. So when she responded saying that she wanted to come on and chat with me, I was like, yes, finally, an excuse to talk with her. I think the idea is very okay. Good. I'm glad. I'm a little bit kind of sort of inspired by Kiara doing like Holo Talk and stuff, but it was mostly when I did that just kind of interview with Powers a couple of weeks ago, and just like we got off on tangents and stuff, but like whenever we were both talking about things that we were both really excited about, I was like, oh, this is a whole lot of fun. I want to do a lot of this. Great idea to meet new people. Thank you. I didn't expect hearing about a topic I wasn't really interested in. I'm glad. I'm so Exceed. That is wonderful feedback. Thank you. That is one thing that, like, you know, when you're doing something like that, if someone comes on with a topic that the audience doesn't know, like, if it can still be entertaining, that's really what I want to. Really what I want to look for. I hit my wine on the mic. Haven't even started drinking yet. Oh, that's really cold. I put it in the little freezer part of my mini fridge, and I think it was too effective. If anybody wants to know, I am drinking the most basic wine. I'm drinking Barefoot Moscato sweet wine. I only drink like 2 or 3 kinds of wine. I don't drink red wine. I'm not strong enough. Yeah, and like I'm trying to say your name correctly. Kian? I'm sorry if I say that right. It is absolutely, yes, you are right, Finn. But no, that part of me wanting to do it is to meet new people, just because yeah, it gives me an excuse to talk to people, and also it'll give me an excuse to learn about some stuff that I don't know, because I'm sure like not everybody is going to. Okay, I said it right. Good. Sorry. But like obviously not everybody is going to come on with something that I already have like a lot of base information about, like with Zelda. So I think it'll also be cool for me to learn about stuff that other people like and why they like it. I always think that that's very, very interesting. This is just going to be a lot of me chewing. Also, if you guys have ideas of people you want to see, come on, let me know. I can try. I can try to at least ask them. ASMR. I try to not chew into the mic. Just because I don't want to make make bad noises in the mic. College level discussion of Chucky when? Oh god. I think I need to rewatch all the movies. Get Chucky on God. I think doing maybe like a Halloween-y themed one I think would be really, really fun. Over the next little bit. Because yeah, like I said, I think I want to do it like kind of like an every other week thing, or maybe a once a month thing. Maybe on its own day, like maybe on Fridays, like every other Friday. Chucky, like the killer, like the doll, killer doll, Child's Play series. Apparently, Finn has known me for years. Sorry, the possessed. Yes, yeah. Yeah, Finn has known me for years, but apparently I just really hadn't talked about how much I love the Chucky series to them. Because I do. I think it's weird. I think it's silly. I love it. It's everything I want. And this only got brought up because I think yesterday there's a TV show, a Chucky TV show. That's continuing off of the cult. I didn't know that I never talked about it, but I also just don't talk about it a lot because like I said in our chat, I kind of forget how much I like Chucky until it's brought up, and then it just like springs forth out of me. But no, I think it's fun. I like the fact that the movies, outside of the remake, obviously, has been the same guy the whole way. It's all been Don Mancini's thing from square one. So it's like genuinely been his vision like all the way through. Whether or not that vision is good or bad, totally up for debate. But I think it's really fun. And also I do think that Chucky also was really, really affected by Scream. But like everything was affected by Scream. Like Scream changed what horror movies were being made, basically. And they all had to be like really, really self-aware and stuff. And that's why we get like Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky and things like that. But then they like the special effects is so good. Honestly, how can you expect me not to be super excited over a movie that has an animatronic that good? Like, ugh. Actually, I never got to talk about Malignant on stream. Seed of Chucky was my favorite. I don't like Seed very much. There are a lot of things about Seed that I do like, but there's a lot of it that I don't like. It's very hit or miss for me. Senti, welcome back. But no, the reason why I brought up Malignant, we could have a discussion. Oh, I could talk about that probably for, I could probably do like a 12-hour stream on just like how Scream affected film, because it's ridiculous. We're talking about Chucky, yep. But the reason why I brought up Malignant, which, by the way, if you guys have not seen Malignant, it's James Wan's new movie. It is buck wild. Oh my god, I've watched it 3 times. It is insane. It is absolute insanity. But I like it so much because a lot of the mystery of it is like what the killer even is and like what his deal is. And I think the original Child's Play had a wonderful, wonderful way of doing that, because like imagine like you obviously have to take yourself out of living in a world where you know what Chucky is, but like a person who has never seen Child's Play before, has no knowledge of it. If you watch the first Child's Play movie, it really does set it up like, oh, is Andy like just imagining things? Is Andy the evil person here? And then you get to the big moment where the mom threatens to throw Chucky in the fire and he starts attacking her. And you're like, oh shit, no, doll's possessed. Like, it's great. And Malignant does stuff like that. Finn, I will watch Malignant on Discord. I still cannot believe this movie. 1, it's shot beautifully. 2, it's the most insane thing I've seen in years. I'm so happy about it. But unfortunately, like, it's the reverse of the boy! It is the reverse of the boy! I'm not gonna go into spoilers, because you should really go into Malignant, like, with as little information as possible. But I think it's been a really divisive movie, particularly because it's a James Wan movie, so, like, a lot of people go into it expecting an Insidious or The Conjuring or Saw. It is not that. It is not that. Not even a little bit. And I think the marketing kind of screwed them over on that. But, like, what do you do? I was watching somebody talk about it, and it's like, oh, do you market it like a sillier horror movie, like Teeth? Do we market it like Teeth? Well, then no one's gonna go see it, because, like, Teeth is so niche. Or like a Sharknado or things like that, like really kind of more schmaltzy films. Malignant doesn't 100% fit in that, but it kind of does. And that would set better audience expectations, but still no one would go see it. So then you have to market it as a James Wan movie, and because you have these preconceived notions of the films that he makes, because it isn't like that, a lot of people have gotten really pissed off at this movie because they went in with the wrong expectations. Which honestly can ruin a whole movie for people, if you go in thinking of bad things. Yeah, no, absolutely. And like Malignant isn't perfect, and there is like some stuff, there is some stereotyping in there that is like a little bit but I think if you think of Malignant in this way, it helps it a lot. Malignant is a horror movie where all the characters are from an action movie and they don't know they're in a horror movie yet. So think of the most stereotypical action movie cop duo. Think of the most stereotypical like protagonists and stuff like that. That is it. But they were suddenly thrown into a horror movie and nobody told them. It's wonderful. It's very, very schmaltzy. It's very, very weird, but it's also shot in a way that's so pretty. The colors in that movie are so nice. I love it. I also think I might just like it just because it's like a novel movie experience that we haven't had in a while. Because like, oh yeah, people hate this movie. And I understand why. Like I said, I think if you go in with the wrong expectations, that's really going to ruin your experience. If you expect a serious horror movie, you're going to be severely disappointed. If you go in expecting like a super cheesy action movie but make it horror, you're going to have a great time. There's a shot where there are action fight scenes. It makes you feel like you ran a marathon, exactly. It's not Hereditary, no. Like there are fight scenes. There are full-on gun fight scenes in this movie. And there's a bit where the killer throws a chair all the way across a police station and knocks a man out. That's what you're looking for in this. It's totally weird, like off the wall, but I think the mystery is super fun. I think it's definitely a movie that benefits from a second watch, because the first time you're watching it, like, I got spoiled on what's happening in Malignant, and even then, knowing what's going to happen from scene to scene, I was like, where the fuck is this going? What is happening? I don't understand. So I think it benefits from like a second viewing. So like once you get the full, like once you know where it's going, you can watch it again and like appreciate it a little bit more. It's just buck wild. It's so fun. A fight scene in a horror movie. Yep. Gunfight. Multiple gunfights. There's a wonderful line where a lot of people get killed in a police station, and a girl comes up to people and like is checking on them, and then goes to dial 911. She looks around her at like all these cops that are dead and goes, "Oh God, why am I calling 911?" It's so good. It's like it's a more cheesy horror movie than anything. So yeah, if you go in expecting something serious, you're gonna have a bad time. If you go in there expecting an absolutely crazy experience, it's amazing. Like, there's no breathing room the whole time. You are just pulled from scene to scene, and if you don't get what's going on, fuck you. Like, it's just like, we're just gonna tell you this story. We're not gonna really hold your hand. This story is just going to happen to you. It's so fun. I love movies like that, and I wish that there were more like that. Somebody said at one point that it's like James Wan made very, very conventional horror movies, like Insidious and The Conjuring and all that, just so he could like lure executives into a false sense of security. And so when they were like, "Oh, you can do whatever you want," he was just like, "Ha ha 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 ha, guess what?" Dusk Till Dawn, yes, camp horror, that is it, from start to finish. Like, and the acting is purposefully bizarre. Like, you can tell that a lot of the acting choices are like purposefully this way, because no human being would talk like that ever. And I think a lot of people that didn't pick up on that got really annoyed by it, which again, I totally understand. And I think even people that picked up on it can get annoyed by it. So like, if you don't like the movie, I get it. It's really weird. It's a lot. But I think it's so fun. I guess I like really creative horror movies, or just movies in general, that after I watch it, I'm like, wow, I've never seen anything like that. And that's what I had the entire time I was watching Malignant. From like the first scene to the end, I was like, I've never seen anything like this. What is happening? I don't understand. Oh, and also the villain is a backwards man. I love it. How can I not love a backwards man? His knees are backwards. Come on. It's great. Oh, hi, Eddie. Oh no, he has tasted turkey and he returns for more. Hi, Lava. Don't eat my headphones. My baby. You can't come up here right now. So a flamingo. Oh shit, he backwards. He a backwards boy. There was a movie I watched, the entire way they spoke was intentionally a certain way. Yeah. Yeah, when a person has a vision so much that they're like, I know exactly how I want these lines delivered, like, that's when you get a very cohesive movie. Was it The Witch? Yeah. Oop. Hi. Yeah, the director of The Witch, whose name I cannot remember, is a crazy person. God, Killing of a Sacred Deer! Oh my god! Shit, I love Killing of a Sacred Deer. Yeah, no, that acting is bizarre. It's so weird, and it's totally on purpose. No one acts like a person in Killing of a Sacred Deer, but it's still an amazing movie. Killing of a Sacred Deer is insane. That's another movie that the entire time you're like, where's this going? What's gonna happen? And then like the last scene happens, and it's still like, even though the entire time you've been like, what is these people's problem? What the hell? Like, you still feel bad. For, I believe it's Colin Farrell who plays the lead. Like, you still feel bad in the whole situation, and just the concept is amazing, which I won't spoil because like part of the whole mystique of Killing of a Sacred Deer is the what is happening. Yeah, it's like watching aliens inhabiting people and acting. Exactly! And that was the point! It was supposed to be like this really, really bizarre situation. And it is. And they don't explain most of it. How did that kid do it? How did that kid do the thing that he do? We don't know. Like, they just kind of leave it. And yeah, it's great. I love Killing of a Sacred Deer. It's so good. But also it is really disturbing in a lot of ways, so that's another one where I'm like, I get it if people don't like this. That's how I am with a lot of things, though. Cerise, I just saw the video you sent me. How dare you send me a Tom Green video? But no, that is Malignant spoilers. You know what? That's a great way to put it, Finn. It is an absolutely a Greco-Roman tragedy. Like, I could see that being done, like, as a play. I think it might have been a play first. That sounds correct in some way in my mind. But if it's not, it could be. I would love to see Killing of a Sacred Deer on stage. I think it would be great. I think you could do fun stuff. A lot of the movies that I like, I know are super weird. And I'm the first person to be like, I know. And if people don't like this, I have a whole list of reasons why I understand why they don't like them. But I like them. It's mostly just if it can get, like, a reaction out of me. That's usually a success. If it leaves a lasting impression, then that is all I can ask for from a movie. Well, it's good or bad? It's fine. Yeah. Does this movie make me feel something other than uncontrollable rage or bored? The worst thing, so like, if a movie makes me angry, like I still might not like the movie, but I will still see like some kind of value in it because like there are talking points in it and like you can kind of think and go in there and be like, why does this make me angry? And like figure out why it gets that reaction out of you. But if a movie is boring and unengaging, like that's the worst thing to me. Like I know when I talked about Space Jam a lot, I said one thing that will kill me about a movie is like if it's so close to being good. And that's kind of a thing. I think movies that are so close to being good but just barely miss the mark upset me a lot more than like a quote unquote bad movie that's like boring. But I think the worst thing a movie can be is boring and like not leave an impression on its audience because it's just like, why do we spend millions of dollars to do this? What was the point? Especially if it's like one that doesn't make a whole lot of returns, like, man, y'all fucked up. This is stuff I think about all the time. On the Hostel movie series, since I know you watch, like, I don't like shock horror very much. I do love some good gore effects, but I don't like it when it's the whole movie. I don't like Saw very much for the same reason. The first Saw, I think, like now I'm just okay with it, but I think at the time the first Saw movie was crazy. That was crazy. But like, God, what's the name of the guy that directed Hostel? I don't remember his name. I remember I hate him. First Saw is good, yes. Yeah, first Saw is good. Which again, James Wan did. Eli Roth, thank you. Yes, I would fight Eli Roth if I could. He seems like an asshole. Yeah, no, we hate Eli Roth. I will say though, when I was in Seattle once, they at a museum, they had I would do that too, Jess, yes. But they had a exhibit on horror movies at this museum I went to in Seattle. And we didn't know that. I was actually there on a school trip. And like going to the museum was part of it, and they just kind of let us roam free. And I saw that they had this huge horror movie exhibit, and I was like, goodbye, everyone. You will not see me for the next 3 hours. I'm going to live over here. Goodbye. Cabin Fever, yes. And even then, Cabin Fever is not that good, except for the leg shaving scene. That thing is disgusting. But it's a very interesting concept. Cabin Fever, yeah, is his only, like, okay movie. But they had some props from Hostel, Yeah, I also hate that scene, but I think it's very effective, and it's shot in a really, really interesting way. It does make me want to throw up a little bit. But again, yeah. Sometimes you're like, okay, no, that's kind of what I wanted out of this movie. It's a lot though. But yeah, so they had this horror movie. It's so well done, and like that's actually reasonable as something that exactly. That's why it's so like visceral and upsetting, is because you're like, oh, I can see this happening. But like there are other aspects to the Hostel series that I was like, ah, oh, fuck off. Like that's not, no, stop that. Sorry, circling back on my own story. So they had this exhibit. It was so cool, by the way. They had set it up so like you would walk down this huge dark staircase, and they were like playing like popular, famous movie quotes. And I remember at the very base of the stair, they had a lot of horror movie quotes kind of put around. At the very, very base, Jess, you will love this. At the very bottom of the stairs, before you walked through the door to see the actual exhibit itself, it said, "We have such sights to show you." And I was like, yes! This! And I was like a child, basically, at this point. I was like, human equivalent would have been like 14. But I was over here like, fuck yes! Hellraiser, let's go! They had an original Xenomorph animatronic that moved a little bit. It was so cool. But they had some props from Hostel that were really, really neat. And that's like probably the only positive association I have with Hostel, is like being able to see some of the prop work. Hostel is based on horrible stereotypes, exactly. Hellraiser, yes. Man, Clive Barker does good work. I don't know if I'd like him as a person, but man, Clive Barker does good work. Yeah, dude, seeing the Xenomorph, it's huge. It's massive. And obviously you don't see this because, you know, movie magic, but there's like all of these, how that thing moves is a miracle. Because there's like so many cables that like go out the back of it, and they have to do so many things to like counteract its own weight. It's a big boy. It's a big lady. It was so cool. But like they had really cool interviews of like exclusive interviews with a lot of horror movie directors. They had Guillermo del Toro. They were like these little cubicles basically, and each of them were like themed after different movies and stuff. And they did have one that was Guillermo del Toro talking about Pan's Labyrinth. They did have a bit on Hellraiser. They had a bit on Candyman that I was like, I will live here, because I love Candyman. God! MILF animatronic. Now, Barker is a strange but interesting man. Exactly. One of his Hellraiser comics was about the AIDS crisis during... Whoa, I didn't know that. That's... Ooh. Candyman doesn't sound like a horror movie. Oofa doofa. Candyman is a horror movie, but it's also, the original one is very much also like a gothic horror romance, but also a very, very biting commentary on race relations in Chicago. Like, goddamn, Candyman is so like multifaceted. The original one, at least. I haven't seen the new one. The sequels are not. Do not watch the Candyman sequels. Just watch the original one. Enjoy how good Tony Todd is. Barker being openly gay since forever adds such an extra layer to his writing. That's true. That is absolutely true. Book was based off... Yeah, the original Candyman story didn't have like the race commentary, but there was yeah, exactly. And so I think that they did a really, really cool thing by kind of taking the concept of the original short story and being like, this is a thing I know about, which is about, you know, that apartment complex that I'm forgetting, something green, but it was a real apartment complex, and it was a real epicenter of poverty in the middle of a gentrified area. So like I think they made really, really interesting commentary, and I think it really works as like a good urban legend kind of horror movie, and also like I said, gothic romance, man. Candyman's great. Yeah, I love horror movies, guys. I think horror is one of the funnest movie genres, just because like I feel like you can get away with a lot more stuff. Thanks for giving me all these movies. I'll do a marathon. Let me know what you think, Exceed. And like I said, if you don't like them, I will not be offended. I analyze film constantly, so I know the pros and cons of like every single thing that I like. So like if people don't like it for a reason, I get it. And sometimes you don't even need to have a reason to not like a thing. You're just like, it doesn't really jive with me. Which happens. And sometimes you encounter something at like one point in your life where I'm like, I don't like this. And then you find it again later and you're like, oh, what? Hey, no, I like this now. which is me with horror. Because like, I couldn't watch horror movies until about 10, 15 years ago, maybe? 15 max. 10 more likely. Because my anxiety was so bad, and then just something happened, and I'm like, I'm binging every horror movie ever. I'm easily spooked, so it's gonna be fun. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. The racial and class commentary in the new Candyman updates it very succinctly, too. Gentrification is also up to 100. Oh, no. I love the child movie Rockadoodle, but I know. Yeah, and like, everybody has a movie where they are like, oh, I know that this isn't good. Like, I know that this is bad. Vibing and jiving, yeah! Yeah, I do want to see the new Candyman, especially because it's by a female director. I'm so happy we're getting more female directors, because it's something that's seriously lacking. Mario Brothers movie, that's a cinematic masterpiece. One day, I need to rewatch the Mario Brothers movie, because I haven't watched it since I was really young. Well, if you fucking owe me an apology for clowning on it so hard, I will probably still clown on it. You can't make me look at their Bowser design and their like Koopa design and say I'm not allowed to clown on that. Very interesting, but the main protagonist is a victim to racism, but also complicit in gentrification. That's interesting. That is very complex. But no, yeah. Horror movie, I think horror is like a really fun genre because you can go like there are a lot more rules in other film genres, I think. Like your action movie, like there are certain things that you can have in an action movie, like romance and things like that. But in horror, you can kind of make a mishmash of whatever, and you can get really, really invented of it with it. And you can even, mix genres. Not like other genres can't mix, but like you have like Happy Death Day to You, which I didn't watch initially because I was like, this looks stupid, but it's so fun. It's funny. It's silly. It's like right about what I want a PG-13 horror movie to be, is like a little bit self-aware, a little bit silly, but also like still interesting. Horror you can film with a shoestring budget and creativity and create a masterpiece. Exactly. You can't make a horror movie on like the budget that they made Paranormal Activity with. God, no. You cannot do that. And yeah, I guess that is part of it, that horror kind of lends itself to being more available to a wider audience, because like it's not like you don't need to have a big effects budget to make a good horror movie if you do it right. Is Mario Brothers considered a horror movie? Depends. Because I got scared looking some of the creatures in that movie. Yeah, I remember as a kid it scared me a lot. Especially like the Koopa design with like the little itty bitty heads. I want more German surrealism in horror movies. Same. All I want. In one of my film classes, we watched obviously the German impressionist movie, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I always say that wrong. But like as we were watching it, I was just like, oh, I can see how this has influenced literally like almost a century of cinema. I can see where all of this is going. And I could just imagine, like, for the time, that would have blown people's minds. Man, that movie was crazy. And like by today's standards, it's a little bit like cliche and a little bit gauche. But it's like, wow. They really went for it. Yeah, give me weird angles and dark expressionism. Yes. With me, put more metaphors in your movies, put more fun angles in your movies, put more fun colors in your movies. That's all that I want. I love movies, guys. Me as a child learning to draw, God, I wish that were me. I can see, like, knowing your art series, I can definitely see the influence with that. I love when the horror designers are, like, the alien designers, like, okay, they said the alien ain't going to open up too much like a vagina, so I'm gonna intentionally make it look like a cross. Yes. I love that kind of stuff. I also just like hearing people's processes of how they got to certain places. Because a lot of the times, like, the best things about a movie were something that happened because of a limitation that they had, or something that happened on accident. And so that's I think that's part of, like, the appeal of, like, movies and stuff, is you can, it's a really collaborative effort that can go all sorts of ways, but you can make something really cool and really influential, kind of depending on what you're doing. It's like movies shape a lot of the cultural zeitgeist, really. Like Scream, going back to Scream. Scream shaped the 90s. Damn. Like, the type of comedy that was in Scream was the 90s for a lot of it. Like, there's a general, like, nihilism, this whole tongue-in-cheek attitude. Like, it's great. Knowing the work that went into The Thing, God, The Thing is so good. Yeah, all the stuff that they did for The Thing was basically like, we have no money. How do we, like, cheat this? And it's so good. John Carpenter is just too good, though, for this world. He's great. The Thing is so good. The one thing that will always break my heart, the newer thing that they made with, like, it was like Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in it. They did make practical effects for almost everything, and they went, the production company went in post and replaced it all with the shittiest CG. It's so bullshit. It makes me so mad. All that work, all that money going to waste. Would have been so much easier to just kind of fix a few things up. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Well, we can't do this with the animatronics, so I guess we're learning claymation. Exactly. And, like, if you look at the monster designs that they had on set, they looked so good. And what you end up with looks awful because they made it in, like, 2 months. So dumb. So dumb. Still mad. I will die mad. Ah! Some of the fizz from my wine kind of went up my nose there a little bit. Oops. Vague squid CGI, exactly. Like that, like the CGI that ended up in the new thing is like almost TV show level CGI. Like, what the hell? God, Puppet Master. God, how many Puppet Master movies are there? There's so many. I don't think I've watched all of them, but I remember watching some. And, like, kind of liking some of the cheese, but the Littlest Reich eat my fucking ass? God! Let's see, how many Puppet Master movies are there? 1, 2. Oh, this is different. 1 second. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 15 Puppet Master movies! Actually, there's about to be 15. They're making another in 2022. So, that's a thing. Yeah, no, it's, I think Puppet Master, I don't know, parts of Puppet Master are fun. I think I need to, like, revisit it. I don't remember that much about it. I just know that, like, Full Moon Productions, the studio that made that, is interesting. It's almost like making Captain America a Hydra agent, exactly! But Full Moon never knew what the hell they were doing. Are they still open? Do they still exist? I feel like they shouldn't. I feel like the way that Full Moon did movies, they should not continue. It's not a way that, like, you can make a long-lasting film company. Oh, no, they're still here. I think. Yep, founded in 1988, and they are still going. Damn. So they started out as Full Moon Productions, and then they, like, rebranded to Full Moon Studios. which is nothing, but... Oh, and then Shadow Films and Wizard Video. God damn it, Wizard Video. I didn't know they did that, actually. I've seen the Wizard Video logo so many times on, like, a lot of weird movies. Did not know it was related to Full Moon, but of course it is. That absolutely makes sense. God. God. They did the Killjoy. Killjoy is a weird. Killjoy's weird. They did a Pit in the Pendulum that was directed by the guy that did Reanimator? What? I'd probably watch that. A Reanimator style Pit in the Pendulum? Sure. I'd watch it. Reanimator is definitely a guilty pleasure movie though for me too. There are a lot of aspects that I don't like, but like the main, oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Herbert West, I think, is a ridiculous character, and I love him. That actor went ham. He went in so hard. And he's the best part of that movie. Excuse me. He does have a Riddler, Edward Nygma style to him. You know what some of my weird favorite movies are, though? What ones? What are we talking about? Oh, I need to change what I'm doing. Fucking weird-ass alt-Shakespeare movies? Yeah, baby! Weird interpretations of Shakespeare? Hell yeah, let's go! Let's see. Vincent... Finn. I love that Richard III so much. Shakespeare with tanks! Shakespeare with tanks! Let's just throw tanks! And like the, Titus Andronicus movie with, also, Titus Andronicus is already so weird. So Romeo plus Juliet permanently alter the way I dress myself? Romeo Juliet is so good. It's really weird. Obviously, half the people have no idea what they're saying. Leonardo DiCaprio especially has no idea what he's saying. But it's good. It's good. It's so fun. It's so good. I love it. I was looking for something. What was I looking for? Ah, I know what I was looking for. I'm just gonna update the stream information because I keep forgetting to do that. Huh? There we go. It's fun talking to everyone. Good. Yeah, no, have a good night. Have a good night, Exceed. No problem. Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out and talking. I appreciate it. I'm honestly surprised too. I thought I was going to be suffering at this point, but I'm doing pretty okay. Like, my throat's getting like a little bit scratchy, but I think that might partially be here. Be because I just ate chips. 2, yep. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around here with me. We are almost done, though. Oh, Mercutio was the best part of Romeo plus Juliet. Are you kidding me? Man, what a gender nonconforming icon. His Queen Mab speech was ridiculous. I love it. So much. I appreciate it, Senti. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everybody, even if you're just like lurking, if you just stop by for a minute. Nice to see. Nice to see everybody. I'm actually very surprised at like how quickly I've gotten like regulars in my chat, because I've only been doing this for just a little bit under 4 months. But like, I see a lot of familiar faces, and I'm so happy that people come back. Even if they only come back sometimes. God, the hospital monologues in Richard III. Oh God, so good. I love Oh my god, it's the most famous speech monologue in Richard III. We're talking about weird Shakespeare movies, Pon. Like Romeo plus Juliet and like the Richard III with Ian McKellen. That's like so weird. I love that one though. I think Ian McKellen is a wonderful Richard. I think he's probably one of the best Richards. Because he really just got the character. Movies that haven't, yeah. We'll have to watch some sometime, Pon. They're fun. They're weird. Is the monologue I'm thinking of the Winter of Our Discontent? I think I might be thinking of that one. Oh, Cerise. Oh gosh, yeah, Cerise, you've been here all the way. Gosh, thank you. Where he's like, oh, I'm so charming. I'm so good. Yeah, exactly. Guy, he's such a weasel. I love it. Yeah, no, Cerise has been here the whole time. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think the thing I'm thinking of in the Richard III movie is the part where he's giving like the big speech that's like the big monologue from it, and they cut to him literally just like reciting it in the bathroom and like making fun of it. So good. Oh no, you're fine. Easy to work on my paint. Well, I'm glad I could help. I'm totally okay with being background noise for people, because a lot of other people's streams are background noise for me because I need something going on at all times. Ah! I keep like almost having wine go up my nose. But no, you're okay, Senti. No problem. Yeah, no, I appreciate you even being here. I appreciate all you guys. Okay, so we're getting kind of close to 10. So I do think I'm going to really quickly go do just a quick commercial break. And then I'm going to come back and we'll play some Jackbox together. We're probably just going to play like a couple of games. I'm just, what one do I have? Oh shit, did I uninstall it? Do I need to install Jackbox? Oh fuck. 1 second, where's my Steam? I was gonna buy the new Jackbox because when I was watching Wayne Radio TV's Jackbox live stream yesterday, I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe at one of the games because it's so good. But I didn't feel like getting it. Let me go in my library here real quickly, see if I can't download this. Oopsie. I forgot. I thought I still had it. Oh nope, I did uninstall it, probably to make up with some for some space. Let's see how long this will take to install. If it takes too long, we can figure out something else to do. So if stream starts chugging a little bit, it's because my PC's trying to download stuff and stream at the same time, which is yeah, unfortunate. So it's about 10 minutes actually. So yeah, we can do this. Okay. Yeah, so I am gonna go on a quick commercial break just while that's downloading, just so I can, again, just stretch my legs. My legs actually aren't doing too bad, and I'm not feeling like too much leg pain or anything, but I know it's good to just keep going and stretching and stuff. So I will be back in just about like 3 minutes. It'll probably still be a little bit longer while Jackbox downloads, but just a quick little break for me. So I will be back.